Narco-Saints is a Korean drama crime thriller series. It's 6 episodes on Netflix. My friend said that he tried to watch this, but it was too slow, so I figured I'd give it a chance. This one is a little bit weird in the pacing, but it's a pretty solid series overall. This one is about Kang In-gu. He is lived a very poor life, and the beginning episode has a lot of voiceover. It's a lot of exposition. It feels very dense, like a novel, which might be a turnoff for some because the first episode is mostly just talking and like his childhood and stuff like that. But basically, In-gu basically lived a very poor life, and his parents, they worked really hard only to die in poverty. So he was left to raise his siblings, and he decided to marry the first woman who would say yes. So Hae-in basically married him, gave him a stable life, gave him 2 children. However, you know, he's only able to find moderate success by working as a mechanic near a U.S. Army base and delivering them garlic, as well as side businesses with a karaoke bar. However, his friend Jung-soo decides to reach out to him for a new business venture. He decides to risk everything on skates. They are a type of fish that are fermented in a very popular dish in Korea. So they're going to go to Suriname, which is I believe a South American country, very small, but basically they go down there, they pay the fishermen to get the skates, they pack them up in ice and ship them to Korea for a huge markup because the the demand for fish is going up, and a very lucrative business opportunity. However, something goes wrong immediately, and our main character is thrust into the world of drug smuggling. He ends up immediately getting pressed on by some military types for protection money, and then later Chinese gangsters, and then Pastor Jeon, who ends up being the focal point of the show. So what really grabbed me was the main actors. They're really good. The main guy is really good. And then, of course, there's Jung-min, who plays Pastor Jeon. He is a drug lord who ends up being the target, and basically he ends up getting wrapped up in all different sides, 2 different gangs basically doing drug smuggling, and this kind of feels like a really great crime thriller movie, but just stretched out into 6 episodes. So when I found out the budget was only like $27 million, that's crazy how good it takes place, I think, in the early 2000s, based off a true story. But the first 3 episodes are kind of slow. It's basically introducing the concept of drug smuggling and how he gets involved in it, and then the sort of sting to take down the drug lord. And all the actions in episodes 4 to 6, though. So the first half of the series isn't that much going on, but 4, 5, and 6 are like an absolute thrill ride. It's kind of like the payoff. If you watch the first 3, then you can get the rest. Some really good actors in here too, especially Jung-min, who I've mentioned. I consider him kind of like the Tom Hanks of Korea. He can play the villainous roles once in a while, but he can do a lot. Really great range. He can play like the dad, uncle, funny guy, everyman, action hero. I've seen him play like villain roles. His first major villain role was A Bittersweet Life. He plays like a small-time gang leader. So this one is a great villain role too. He's channeling a little bit of his performance from Asura City of Madness. So I really liked that performance in that regard. The movie, the miniseries looks great. It's got great production values in the jungles of Suriname and Chinatown, and all these great set pieces, especially in the second half. Narco-Saints is a very intriguing and enjoyable crime thriller series for sure. Really good acting, a lot of tense moments, a lot of like twists and turns. Really good acting, very simple in plot. You know, it's basically just about a civilian basically thrust into a very dangerous crime situation, but really good all around production values, action sequences. All of it's really good. Definitely stands among other Korean crime thriller films like Veteran or Master. So definitely recommend Narco-Saints.